My name's Steve Krause. I live here in Lebanon, Pennsylvania. I did an online search. I had heard of Joyland previously through advertising. So I did a brief online search through one of the do-it-all sites and came up with a couple of names. But Joyland was on my short list. Well, we had put an addition on 30 years ago, premium 40-year shingle put on at that time. My thinking was, oh, we'll get 40 years out of this roof. Well, then lo and behold, I discovered a leak under our front porch overhang. Yeah, things you don't see from the ground, and I hadn't been up in the roof in quite some time. So I described the problem. I gave him a history of what I knew about the roof and the addition. Caleb did a full inspection, went up on the roof, looked around, and made some recommendations basically based on what he saw. He took a number of photos, showed me areas of concern. He gave me an overview of what the whole process would look like to replace a roof. We weren't just going to make a repair. It was definitely time to replace. Joyland's price point was great. The quality of the products was comparable to other estimates that I had had. And Caleb walked me through the process on how the work would go. The day they showed up, I fully expected this to take a couple, if not 3 days. Came the day before, parked the dump trailer out front, and we're ready to go at 7 a.m. the day of. And I was so impressed by, it was a very cold day. It was windy. It was probably in the 20s. These guys came dressed and they tore right into the job and barely stopped for lunch. I was so impressed. They probably worked a 12-hour day, not including travel. And when I looked around the next day, I had a hard time finding even a sliver. They even went into the neighbors' yards with the wind and picked up a lot of debris, that had kind of blown with the wind. They were very cheerful too. I was surprised just to hear them talking amongst themselves. I would recommend them just based on my experience, and just their professionalism, their attention to detail, their cleanliness, the quality of the products. The workmanship that I could see, just the whole process was very easy. I recommended Joyland, just based on the things that I had said. I encourage people to, always shop around, but, always give them a consideration when you're looking for a competitive price.